My name is Adeeb Yousif. I'm from Darfur, where I was born, and I grew up in Darfur. When I was in Darfur, before the conflict, I started an organization with others called Sudan Social Development Organization. And our organization is based on development and human rights. And the conflict started in 2003, and from the early beginning we started helping the internal displaced persons when they flee and they came in towns and cities. There's about 3 million internal displaced persons. They're divided into 109 IDP camps in Darfur. We get involved in helping the IDPs in 8 different activities, such as water, education, nutrition, health, food and non-food items. So at the same time, we have been appealing to the international community to come and help the internal displaced persons. Most of the people, they understand that the conflict in Darfur is about Arab and African, which is not true. The conflict is a political conflict between the people of Darfur and the central government. There's a lot of natural resources in Darfur, and I think that is one of the strongest reasons why people they are fighting. And many people, they have like a lot of interest in the oil more than the people themselves. So, yeah. In 2003, 2004, 2005, yes, it's true that there's killing on civilian, but this phenomena has not yet stopped. So the killing is going on, the rape is going on, all the human rights violations is going on, besides the fact that there's less humanitarian attention and less humanitarian assistance. I believe the situation now is bad than ever before. When we are talking about the year 2004, 2005, there's a lot of international organizations. They came to help the people of Darfur, but now there's very few humanitarian organizations. Some of them left, some of them the government of Sudan closed them, like in 2009. The government closed about 16 different organizations. The government believed that the presence of the internal displaced person in the camps it allowed for the outsiders to come to help, and the government, they don't want people to talk about Darfur and so on. That's one of the reasons they closed the organization, and the strongest reason because of the indictment of President Bashir. Nothing happened toward the justice side since the indictment of Bashir, because he has never been arrested, and he was like moving freely, not only in Sudan but also on the countries that they signed Rome status. So there's nothing happened. At least even to let him think about the peace or the justice process. In my opinion, things went backward. The peace process has a lot of challenges. Number one, the government is not ready to negotiate and sign a peace with the people of Darfur. Number two, the people of Darfur also, they are very fragmented and they need to be united. I mean, the people of Darfur, like the resistance movement. So now we have like 28 different rebel movement. Number three, the mediation team. So the problem of the mediation, the problem of the Darfur rebel movement, and the problem of the Sudanese government together, it does not create a good environment to move the peace forward. There is a need of international pressure on the government. What is going on in Libya today, if the international community did that in Sudan, things will change tomorrow. The situation in many African countries is even worse than Libya. Yes, Libya is completely different story, whereby people, they don't have like access to talk about against Gaddafi and so and so. But at the end of the day, they have like the basic needs. In many other African countries, they don't have that. I was working for my organization in Darfur, and I was like trying to establish a human rights network. And then the conflict broke down, but that encouraged me to move toward documenting what is happening. I managed to go to at the early beginning to 157 villages. In the evening, I come to work in my father's pharmacy. And on Fridays always is like a holiday in Sudan. So I was working in my father's pharmacy, and the government came with 6 lab cruisers, and they arrested me from there. So I was taken to jail, and I stayed there for like 4 months. I was tortured, simulated, and I was isolated like 4 months. I don't know what's going on. Then I was released in 2004. I was invited to attend a human rights workshop in Khartoum, the capital. And the day I arrived, the next day I was in jail. The government arrested me. I was staying there for like 7 months, and that was the toughest time I have ever experienced in my life. Because 7 months I was tortured every day. I lost a lot of weight. I was isolated. After 7 months, the government received a lot of pressure from the international community, asking for my release. So under that pressure, the government released me. Then I went to Darfur, and I resumed my work there. Then I was invited to come to the United States for a conference. And that is when the government decided to assassinate me. So they targeted me like 3 times. They failed to kill me. Then eventually I came to Khartoum. I want to go to Cairo in order to obtain a visa from there. Then the government again, they arrested me in Khartoum, and that was attempt of assassination, because I was taken from the airport, from the airplane. Between the airplane and the airport, where the government always kills the people in between. Whenever I was there, the government, they tried to arrest, they harassed my family. Then I found myself that I'm a problem to those people. If I stayed there, they would kill me. I would flee from Darfur to East Africa, where I stayed for like almost 2 years. Then I came to the United States. I know a lot of people that were killed by the government. I know also very honest people that the government killed them in front of me in the jail as a result of torture. So I know somebody called the Bakr. He was completely innocent people. He doesn't know anything about politics. He's not involved in this, and so he has a house, and people, they go and sleep with in his house when they don't have like place to stay. So they came in the middle of the night, and they arrested him, and they brought him there. Then they start investigating with him. He said, "I don't know what you are asking about." They torture him to death. So after they killed him, he was like in a room next to me. They brought the dead body into my room, and they was like threatening me, "If you don't want to talk to us, we'll kill you like this one." Anybody in the earth that has to work on something has an interest to do whatever he or she is doing. But I think that interest has to match with the interest of the people on the ground themselves. So if these people, they need security, you can provide to them security also. You can get whatever interest you are looking for. So the suffering people on the ground, they are in need of protection, they are in need of services. So there's need of working with the civil society in Darfur, and there's also need of active and serious work with the parties in Darfur. And I think the United States need to move in this in a very serious way.